If you've watched my videos, you've probably heard me, one of my favorite phrases is the two words, is to say, our job is not to choose our thoughts. Our job is to be aware of our thoughts, whether they are glorious or grotesque. Well, that's great. So, Lama Jigme, I'm aware of my inner villain, my inner James Bond villain. He even wears an Nero jacket and goes like this. So, what do I do with my inner spiteful creep? That's an excellent question. But first, my name is Lama Jigme Gyatso. This is the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Do take a moment to click that red subscribe button, and then click the bell so that you are notified of my next video. There is no lack of self-help teachers enthusiastic to sell you seminars or books on how to choose your thoughts and choose your feelings. Lao Tzu would call this the path of contrivance or the path of yang. But he promoted the path of yin. And so did Buddha. Because the seventh enlightenment factor is that of, and here's a winning answer in Scrabble, equanimity. Big word, many syllables. What does it mean? It means we neither shove away the grotesqueries, nor do we cling to the glories. We don't shove away the pain. We don't cling to the pleasure. We learn to be peacefully accepting of all things. If something comes, we learn to let it come. If something stays, we learn to let it stay. If something goes, we learn to let it go. Well, Lama Jigme, that is very lovely, and it sounds like a meme. How do I learn to do that? Glad you asked. Buddha gave us 16 sets of meditations. When we practice them every morning and every evening, we are training our body and our mind not only to be aware of things, but to let go of things. Now, letting go doesn't mean we shove it away. So let me flesh this out. Let me give a random example. Let's pretend there was someone who was acting inappropriately. We don't like it. We don't want them being inappropriate with us. We don't want them being overbearing or manipulative or cruel. We don't want them to treat us like an object. And so those are very normal, natural resistances. So as we practice on the path, our first goal is to notice not our circumstances, but also our thoughts and our emotions and the sensations we experience, especially when thoughts of those individuals sort of cartwheel across the stage of our mind. Now, we do not do this intellectually. We do it non-conceptually. We do not do it actively. We do it passively. We do not do it from a defensive point of view. We do it vulnerably. If we simply bring those attitudes of non-conceptuality and passivity and vulnerability to our practice of Buddha's 16 sets of meditations, then our resistance to the inappropriate behavior of others, whether real or imagined, will be more accepting of our resistance. So here's the irony. Sometimes our job is not to become accepting of their inappropriate behavior. Sometimes our first job is to become accepting of our impulses we feel towards their inappropriate behavior. It sounds weird, But if we take care of what's going on internally, most things externally seem to take care of themselves. But don't get me wrong. Lao Tzu died. Of course, he lived 25 centuries ago. Buddha was assassinated. Not a good day for Buddha. I think it was Martin Luther King who said, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. According to Lao Tzu, according to Gautama, the key to really living is to cultivate a yielding, surrendered state. Doing so creates, when we practice centeredness, it gives birth to a spontaneity where we're able to make choices or communications or behaviors that are very appropriate and utterly spontaneous. So it's not like we are choosing to be a punching bag or an archery target. We are creating space for centered spontaneity to bloom. And to create that space, we simply traverse Buddha's path. To put it in terms, are the parlance of the Tao Te Ching. When we remain at the center of the circle, we are able to allow all things to take their course. So as we chug down the path of Buddha's 16 sets of meditations, as we silently and mentally recite certain words in harmony with their inhalations and other words in harmony with their exhalations, and in the background, we are passively aware of whatever sensation or emotion or thought or memory or imagination steps forward. We don't fight it. We don't chase after it. We don't run away from it. We are like a person in a theater, eating a snack, drinking a beverage, enjoying a movie. If we do that, good things could follow. What are your favorite snacks to eat in a movie? Let me know in the comment area below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends on social media. Below this video is a button that reads Show More. When you click that, you can gain access to a link that can take you to the website where you can download all sorts of free stuff with no strings attached. Until next we speak, may you and yours be healthy and happy.